Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Grandview Heights High School basketball. Kevin Rao with you tonight. A solo act. Our good friend Scott Murphy is on assignment tonight, so I'll be with you tonight, bringing you Grandview basketball. The boys at Bexley tonight in an MSL contest. Starting lineups being introduced before the game. As Bexley rounding out the lineup. One note. These two teams met back on December 14th at Grandview. Bexley won it by 20 in that one, 49-29. But one of the players instrumental in their win, Damian Davis, is not suited up tonight, the junior. He had 13 points in that game. Ryan Callahan led the team with 20 points, and he is ready to go. For Grandview starting tonight, good to see him in the lineup. Aaron Cincione, the senior guard, along with Brian Collier, Jr., Manny Day, the senior guard. Luke Lachey, the junior, will be in the middle of things. And rounding out the lineup is the junior forward, Lance Treris. For Bexley, as we mentioned, Ryan Callahan, and he'll jump it up against Lachey. Lachey mistimed his leap, and Bexley will get the ball to start tonight's game. Running the point, Anthony Welsh. Leo Schottenstein, bounce pass, try to get it inside, stolen away by Lachey. Took it away on the block. He'll dribble all the way down into the lane, off the board. Right hand is good. Coast to coast as Lachey stole it in the lane as they tried to get it in to Callahan. And he took it all the way down the floor, left to right through the lane, laid it up with the right hand. So Grandview up 2-0. We'll try to keep that going for you tonight on the board. Will Cordell, ball poked away, but Bexley will gather it in backcourt. Cincione closely guarding Welsh, who slaps his hand away, no call. Welsh will get it outside the three-point arc, no good. Rebound to Grandview. Collier gets the rebound quickly ahead. Collier to Cincione. Today almost poked away from him, but Cincione will save it. Collier, the big three, and he grants it from the right point. Grandview a quick 5-0 lead in this one on the road. Cincione, good passing to put Collier in a good spot for the open three. Anthony Welsh on the dribble, right point for Bexley. Coming and getting it behind. We're going to get a foul on Manny Day as Nazir Tucker came to get the ball behind the screen. Holds his back a little bit. Might have just got a little elbow there. Tucker will inbound and go into the backcourt to Welsh. Welsh working against Aaron Cincione. Will Cordell, dribble drive, double teams, has to get rid of it to Welsh in the left corner. They're looking down on the block to try to get it to Callahan, but good defense by Lachey prevents that. A lot of banging around as people dribble around the perimeter. Callahan drives left baseline, spins in the lane, puts it up one hand, and he'll put it in, and Bexley's on the board. Nice basketball move in the lane there on the spin. Grandview's lead is 3 as we played about 2 minutes of this first quarter. Cincione, Manny Day now left wing. Dumps it down to the block to Lachey. Back to Day. He'll drive left side off the board. No good. Rebound in the lane pulled away by Cordell, and then he'll lose his footing, and a foul will be called on Treris. First foul against the junior Lance Treris. Second foul against the Bobcats. No foul so far in the game against Bexley. Bexley will bring it the length of the court. It'll be Welsh running the point. Cincione will meet him right at the letter B at half court. Welsh goes right point to Callahan, working against Lachey. Dribbles down, spins again in the lane, puts it up with the left hand, and this one will bounce around a couple of times and fall through. He knows he's going to take it to the hole and shoot it as soon as he gets it. Lachey has it now, top of the key, outside the arc. Looks. Right corner to Collier, to Treris, around to the left side now to Cincione. Out top Day. At the foul line, gets rid of it, finds Treris for the three, and he nails it. Couple of threes on the board tonight for the Bobcats. They lead at 8-4. Welsh all the way down the floor, puts it up with the right hand, bounces around in the lane. Lachey pulls it away quickly to Collier. He runs it up the right side. Goes left to Manny Day, long two on the way, in and out. Welsh the rebound, he'll go to the floor, and Collier going to be called for the foul. Welsh hit hard on his back, kind of walking it off now. And that will get Aaron Young into the game quickly for Bexley, replacing Welsh. All 3 fouls thus far in the game have been called against the Bobcats. 5 minutes exactly to go first quarter. 8-4 is our score. The new player, Aaron Young, will bring it down. Cincione guarding him. Now Callahan way out left side. Let's see if he works one-on-one against Lachey. He does. Heads to the right side of the lane. Cincione gets a hand on it, and they'll be calling it a held ball, and it'll go to Grandview. Lachey guarding Callahan coming down the right side of the lane. Cincione came in from behind, put his hand right on top of the ball as Callahan went up with the shot. Held ball called, goes to Grandview. Bobcats will bring it the length of the floor. Cincione will be met by Tucker at midcourt. Man-to-man defense for the Bexley Lions. Cincione to the top to Collier. Day will have it poked away from him. It'll belong to the Bobcats. He tried to pivot on the right side by the foul line, poked away from him underneath the basket. Collier to trigger it in, goes to Lachey, right corner. Working against Callahan, and we're going to get a foul away from the ball, and that'll go against Kyle Casey, who just came into the lineup, replacing Treras. So away from the ball, trying to set a back screen. And Grandview has all 4 fouls. 4:23 to go first quarter. Aaron Young brings it up against Cincione. Callahan right wing. Fakes the give, goes all the way down. His shot blocked by Lachey, and Luke will grab it as it stays inbounds. Gets it quickly to Cincione, who runs it up court. Collier left corner drives the baseline. One-hander, good. 4 minutes to go. We played half of this first quarter. Grandview very hot from the field. Schottenstein left corner for Bexley. Tucker poked away from him by Day. He'll gather it in the left wing. Drives into the lane. Goes to the corner. 3 on the way. No good from Aaron Young. Lachey the rebound. Here comes Collier running down the right side. Stops at the top of the key. In and out on the 3. Bexley the rebound. Everybody slows down as Young will walk it up. Cincione man's up at the timeline. Now Callahan left wing drives down the lane. Puts it up. Little hook shot to get over Lachey. No good. And we're going to get a foul. I think the first one on Bexley is Cincione. Good position on the backside of that missed shot. And Schottenstein tried to come up over and got a little push in the back. Got to get Treras back in. He'll replace Manny Day with 3:20 to go first quarter. Grandview, Cincione will walk it up. Bounce pass to the top to Collier. Right corner, Treras. Lachey now right block. Passes back out to Treras. Fakes the 3, and he's going to be tripped. And it'll be a foul on Will Cordell, the sophomore. His first, second team foul for the Lions. 3:03 to go first quarter. And that'll get Welsh back in, although he's looks to be not full go. We'll see how that develops. Collier will inbound it right in front of the student section on the sideline to Cincione. Tucker guarding him. Cincione on the crossover, goes to the right corner. Collier back to Cincione. He'll walk it to the top of the key. Looks left side now. He dribbles that way. Gets it to Lachey, but poked away by Callahan. And then Cincione steals it back. He passes it to Lachey, who would have had an easy layup, but Welsh a foul on Cincione as he was throwing it ahead. Welsh's first, third team foul. Grandview has 4 here in the first quarter. So Grandview will inbound it now in front of the scorer's table, across the way from us. Collier to Cincione. Cincione dribbles near the timeline. He makes a move toward the bucket all the way in the lane, passes to the corner. Casey to Treras, right side three-pointer, no good. Rebound to Bexley. Here comes Welsh. And we're going to get they're going to be a double foul, I believe. Kyle Casey and Leo Schottenstein. And a double foul as they were giving and getting in the backcourt away from the basketball coming down the floor. And Kyle Casey already with 2 fouls. And Leo Schottenstein with 1. And we'll keep an eye on that into the ballgame for the first time. Reed Wagenbrenner for Bexley. And he will replace Tucker. No, I'm sorry, Tucker's still in, I think. Well, we'll check it. And Schottenstein sat down. Cordell, the long three from the right side. No good. Lachey up over everybody for the rebound. Head quickly. Cincinnati behind the back dribble. Gets out of traffic. Hands off to Collier. Comes right side to Day, who drives down. Puts it off the board. Good. And he's fouled. He made a great move as he came down the right side to get back to the left. And the foul will go against, let's check it. It's going to go against Will Cordell, who set himself long before Day got there, but Manny went hard off the right foot back to the left in the middle of the lane, gets it to go, and he'll have a free throw. Grandview's lead is 12-4, 2:13 to go. Free throw perfect. So Day, the old-fashioned three-point play. Comes the Bexley Lions trailing by 9. Tucker all the way down the lane, then his shot blocked. Rebound put up, no good. Callahan gets a rebound, no good. Ball knocked around, and Collier will grab it, but he puts a toe on the line. On the baseline, it'll stay here right in front of us. Bexley in their offensive end. 2:01 to go first quarter. Collier just slid a little bit and toe touched the line. Callahan, right block, working against Lachey. Spins, passes back out. Welsh will now drive. Kicks it to Tucker, right corner. Day on him. Comes into the lane, little jump hop, and no good. Rebound to Grandview. Missed it from 4 feet. Day will run it up the middle of the court. Keeps on going, puts it up against pressure, and they're going to call an offensive foul. Day out of control as he came down. He wanted to shoot it, and he pushed it a little bit more than he should have. He'll come out as he gets his, well, we'll check the board. His second foul, so that will probably be it for a while. And really, probably should have pulled that up. Easy for us to say up here. He was trying to draw the foul again and get the shot. Instead, it goes the other way around. Both teams now with 5 team fouls here in the first quarter, a minute and a half to go. Tucker. Around the horn it goes. Aaron Young. To the top, Tucker working against Collier. Now to Young left wing. Around the perimeter. Rudolph in there for the first time. Tucker will take the three from the right corner. No good, and Lachey, good position, gets the rebound for the Bobcats. Here comes Grandview. Collier, left wing. Out top to Cincinnati, who's back in there. Charlie James now in the lineup. Out in the right ring, now to Treras. To the top, Collier fakes, drives in the lane. 16-footer on the way, good. So he took a step back just behind the free throw line. And Grandview leads at 15-4 in under a minute to go first quarter. They've been hot and been very good on the boards. Callahan. Wagenbrenner now working against Treras. Right corner to Young. Young will dribble back to the top. Reset the offense. Callahan back to Young at the top. Cincinnati all over him. Now Callahan left wing. They look at the clock. Maybe they'll be playing for the last shot, but they trail it by 11. Rudolph holds to Callahan. Almost stolen away by Lachey. Almost poked it away. Callahan going to come all the way down, and then it's going to be a blocking foul, but very close there. As Cincinnati's just outside the lane, set himself. Callahan came right into him, and that'll be 17th foul against the Bobcats. With 14.7 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. First foul against Cincinnati. Glenn Cribbs into the lineup. They'll get a little bit of a rest for Luke Lachey. But already 17 fouls against the Bobcats. 5 for Bexley. Been a pretty physical first quarter. Callahan gets the first. He earns the second. The senior, clearly the leader of this team on the floor. Next one up, this one no good. Cribbs grabs the rebound for the Bobcats. 12 seconds now as Cincinnati crosses the timeline. Young on him. 6 seconds. Pass goes Charlie James, right corner, three on the way, but well short. Underside of the rim, it'll bounce to the corner, and Bexley will get it as nobody able to get a hand on it on the rebound. 0.9 seconds remaining. Inbounded, Callahan will try to throw it. The length of the floor will be short, and that will do it for the first quarter. We will take a break. A good first quarter for the Bobcats. Hot from the field, good defense, and great rebounding on the defensive side. Puts them out front by 10 here at Bexley. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with second quarter action. Welcome back to Bexley High School. Kevin Rao with you tonight. Grandview with a big 10-point lead after a quarter of play. Bexley will have it on the possession arrow to start this second quarter. Welsh is banged up a little bit in the first quarter. Back in there is running the point. Tucker around the screen, fakes the shot from the right corner, drives the baseline, now looking for help. All the way to the top to Welsh. He'll take the three from there. No good. Callahan streaking down the lane, able to get a hand on it and knock it to a teammate. He'll run to the corner, get a pass there. Now dribble back to the wing, working against Lachey. Comes down the right side of the lane. Dishes to Young, right corner. No good on the three. Cribbs the rebound for Grandview. Cincione on the dribble for Grandview, brings it up the near sideline. Collier left wing. Into the corner that side to Lachey. He'll dribble to the wing. Back it out outside the arc, still on the dribble. Working against Callahan. Collier to Treris. Treris left wing. Looks into the lane, now will dribble that way. Stops at the free throw line. Cincione the three from the right wing, no good. Rebound to Bexley. Tucker will run it up the far sideline, working against Cincione. All the way down to the bucket. Goes up and lays it in as Cribbs went straight up, but could not prevent the shot. And Bexley, that's the first player that hasn't been Callahan that has scored points for them tonight. He had all 5 of their points in the first quarter. Grandview, Collier coming off a screen. Lachey now, and we're going to get a blocking foul against Callahan as Lachey tried to drive the left baseline. Callahan, good basketball player, just a little short on that one, getting to the right place at the right time. That is the 6th team foul against Bexley, so Grandview in the 1-and-1 after this. Collier with it on the inbounds. Now to Lachey at the top. Gets a screen from Cribbs. In the lane he comes. Jump shot from 13, no good. Gets his own rebound and lays it up and in from the left side. Grandview back out to a 10-point lead. Tucker all the way down in the lane, still in the lane as he got stopped coming to the hoop. Callahan now will drive left baseline, goes to the right corner. Now to the top it goes Welsh. Back to Young, back to Welsh out top. Working against Cincione. Tucker left wing. Starts toward the lane, spins, 10-footer on the way, no good. Rebound in the lane, Collier comes away from it as he rips it away from Tucker. Cincione up the far sideline. Tucker pokes it from behind, Cincione hanging on to it, gets it to Treris, drives the right baseline, fakes, off the board, no good, gets his own rebound, goes up in pressure, no good. Hits it away, it'll belong to Bexley. Treris, a couple of good looks, but just in and out on both of them. 5:40 to go before halftime. It'll be Welsh to bring it up for the Bexley Lions. Both of these teams 2-3 in the MSL Ohio. And they're only a game behind a couple of other teams for the lead, so it's anybody's game at this point. Tucker the three from the left corner quickly, no good. Far side rebound, pulled down by the Bobcats. Cincione. Guarded by Welsh at the top. Calls out the offense. Screen set. It'll be Treris. Left wing, Paul is poked away by Welsh. Got a hand on it. Goes out of bounds. Back into the lineup is Dane Rudolph, the senior for Bexley. He'll replace Aaron Young. Grandview inbounds it from the sideline. Cincinnati out top. 5 minutes to go in this second quarter. Collier to Lachey on the baseline. Opposite corner chairs, quickly around the perimeter. Cincinnati drives. Collier at the top. Stops at 16 feet, thought he might shoot it. Instead goes to Lachey, who goes to the top, heads down the lane. Right side, lays it up and in, and he's fouled. Very patient that time to get the lane that he wanted down the right side. Went up strong, gets it to go, and he'll shoot the free throw. See if Luke Lachey can finish it off, and he does. Perfect. 20-7, Grandview leads it, 4:40 to go before halftime. Welsh. Tucker now outside the arc right side for Bexley. Drives toward the lane, dishes out. Rudolph will take the three. Good. They needed that. Grandview by 10. Big three-pointer there. First one of the night for Bexley. Cincinnati working against Tucker. Cribb sets a screen at the top. Down the lane comes Cincinnati. Underhands the layup, no good. And Tucker will grab the rebound for Bexley. He'll drive it up, almost stolen away from him by Lachey. Keeps coming. Dishes off left side. Cincinnati steals it and gets it into Traers as he was falling out of bounds underneath the basket. Grandview quickly up. Lachey underneath. Oh, they're going to call it. Oh, goodness. That is not a good charging foul right there. The one before that, as Lachey went down the left baseline, was a lot closer than that one. But they'll call that one on Lachey, his first. They won't shoot the 1-and-1 on the offensive foul, but I'll tell you, Callahan got there late. Maybe now it's even from before. We'll treat it that way. Rudolph with it now. Callahan gets it. Left block. Goes up against Lachey, and he blocks it out of bounds. Callahan falls to the floor. A lot of respect between Callahan and Lachey, though. Good sportsmanship between those two players. Bexley will have it. Trailing by 10, 3:42 to go before the halftime break. Lob pass toward the timeline to Callahan. He'll give it to Tucker. He'll move on the dribble to the top. Now Callahan. Dribbles at the top, hands behind to Welsh as they run a little motion around the perimeter. Rudolph, three from the right corner, no good. Lachey jumps in and grabs it away from everybody. Gives to Cincinnati, long pass ahead to Collier. Collier steps behind the arc, left side, no good. Lachey battles for the rebound, working against Callahan. Into the lane, he dumps it, puts it up good, and laying it in is Collier. I don't know how he saw him. 2-3 people in the way. Throw it under the basket, and Grandview another two. They're back out in front. And maybe we gave a little bit. Let's get this backed out. There we go. 22-10 is our score. Double clutched on a scoring update. Tucker all the way down will put it up against pressure, overshoots everything. And Collier will come out of the pack quickly ahead to Lachey. He'll stop, lay it up from the right side, and good. He beat everybody down the floor, and that'll get a timeout called by the Bexley Lions as Grandview in front. 24-10, 2:40 to go before halftime. Grandview putting on a show here tonight. Bexley took our first time out of the game with 2:40 to go here in the first half. Grandview leads it by 14. Again, these two teams tangled back on December 14th, and Bexley won 49-29. It has been the opposite so far tonight. And both these teams 2-3 in the league. Top teams are Whitehall and Academy at 3-2. Worthington Christian at 3-3, so you can see it's tightly packed. Anybody's game coming, or anybody's title really coming down the stretch. Bexley inbounds it in the half court now. Schottenstein back in there for the Lions. He'll get it left corner. Fakes the three, goes to the wing to Rudolph. Spins. Oh, he almost took it away from him on the spin as he guessed right. Rudolph will drive it. Schottenstein the three from the right side, and he'll get it. He was deep in the corner, but he got it to go. 2 minutes exactly to go, clock ticking as we move toward halftime. Cincinnati near the timeline, nobody coming to get him as now Bexley running a little 1-2-2 zone, trying to stay out of more foul trouble. Collier, Cincinnati down the corner to Cribbs. Thought he might get Lachey, but they're going to pass it around the perimeter instead. Collier just going to hang on to it out there if they don't come get him. Minute and a half to go. He's just standing there with a basketball, and Bexley looks over at their coach. They're not moving out to get him. Let's see if they match up here in a second. Now Welsh will come out a little bit, force the pass over to Cincinnati, and here comes Tucker to get him. They've matched back up in man-to-man. Cincinnati on the dribble. Needs to get rid of it and does to Lachey, left wing outside the arc. Cincinnati comes behind, gets the handoff. Lachey will retreat to the corner. Right wing Collier drives the lane to Lachey. Here he comes down the lane. He'll lay it up with the one-hander and gets it to go. Straight on in the rim, put it right through. Inside a minute to go first half, 26-13. Schottenstein, left wing into the corner. Rudolph, he'll take the three. No good, comes short. Callahan knocked out of his hands as he tried to rebound it on the baseline. Cribbs knocks it out, and Bexley will have it underneath their basket with 41.7 seconds. Welsh will toss it in. Goes to Schottenstein at the top. In the lane, Callahan, 15 feet away. Puts it up with the left hand, got a little bump. No call, and he gets it to go. He's very athletic. He basically put in his left hand around the upstretched arms of the defense. 26 seconds. Grandview leads by 11. My guess is they'd like to get the last one here. Cincinnati on the dribble. Out top to Lachey. Hands it right back as Cincinnati way out left side near the timeline. Traris now left wing. Back to Cincinnati. 10 seconds. Tucker now on him. Cincinnati starts his move. Dribbles all the way down right side. He'll put it off the board. No good. Rebound Bexley, and that will run out the clock as Schottenstein throws it the length of the court. Well short, and that will do it. We have moved to halftime, and Grandview a big first half. Keep in mind, last game they scored 29 points in the entire game. In this one, they lead at 26-15 going to halftime. Well done on both ends of the court for the Bobcats. We'll be back with second half action. We're going to take a breather, catch our breath. We'll be back for the third quarter after this timeout. We are ready to get started with third quarter action. Kevin Rao with you tonight from Bexley High School. The Bobcats, big first half, lead it by 11. We had a little of an extended halftime because one of the loops of the net where Grandview will be shooting in the second half came off, and apparently the rim was damaged. They had to tape it. And they had to bring a ladder down from where we are here upstairs. It was a bit of an adventure. But we are ready to go. Grandview will have it first in this second half. And it will be Cincione getting the inbounds pass. He'll bring it across the line. Two people high. The entry pass to Day is knocked away. Will go out of bounds. Grandview will keep it as Grandview running two high post players in Day and Lachey. Now they'll change it up a little bit as Lachey drops to the right block. Day will get the inbounds pass and hand behind to Lachey. Tucker guarding him closely. First possession of the second half for the Bobcats. Day off the screen from Lachey. Corner to Traris. Three on the way from there. Good! Lance Traris, the junior. Bexley across the timeline. Cordell with it. Drives right baseline. Goes to the opposite block. Into the lane on the dribble as Callahan misses, gets his own rebound. Double team now. Out top, stolen away by Day. Day will bring it down 2-on-2. He'll go left side against Tucker off the board. Good! Just like that, Grandview scores the first 5 points of this second half. And we're going to get a foul in the backcourt on Manny Day. And Cincione comes to get him. Really no reason for it as he picks up his third just like that. Charlie James will come in as Day tried to sneak and then grab it in the backcourt, but instead draws the foul, and he did it about 80 feet away from the basket. The assistant coach, Kevin Richards, talking to him a little bit on the bench about that. So he'll sit down for a little bit. I don't think he'll be out for long. We played about a minute of this second half. Grandview's extended the lead. And we're going to get a foul on the screen. Let's see what it'll go against. Actually, away from the ball. It'll go against Lance Traris. He was working against Schottenstein deep in the lane, away from the ball. Second foul against Grandview in about 2 seconds. Tucker the inbounds pass, and he'll hit the long two from the left side. Grandview, again, no pressure put on in the backcourt so far by either team. Collier bringing it up, working against Welsh. James, left corner, dribbles to the free throw line, now to Traris, right wing, dumps it in the corner to Cincione, now back out top to Lachey. Tried to go in the lane, it's knocked away, here comes Welsh. Drives it, goes left side, off Callahan, nope, it'll be off Traris, who knocks it away from Callahan, streaking down the left side of the lane. Young will toss it in from under his bucket, finds Tucker. Tucker left corner. Working against Collier. Now to Callahan in the lane. Fakes the shot. Goes out to Welsh. He'll take the three from the right wing, and he nails it. Back to an 11-point lead. That's where we were at halftime. Both teams with 5 points here in the third quarter as we played a couple of minutes. Collier out top to Lachey. Hands behind to Collier. Now left side to Traris. Schottenstein on him. Lachey comes down the lane but can't get it to him. Almost stolen away as it was knocked away from Traris, but there's Cincione to save it, and we'll get a quick timeout called by Grandview. We will take that timeout. 5:44 to go in this third quarter. Grandview still leads it by 11 as they did at the break. Back with action right after this. Grandview took the timeout, up by 11, 5:44 to go in this third quarter. Kyle Casey back into the lineup for Grandview. And we'll see who he's replacing. Looks like Charlie James sat out. So Grandview will have it after the timeout. Kyle Casey, high post, turns, faces the basket, goes to go to Traris, but throws it away in the lane. There's Tucker stepped in, he'll dribble all the way down, but then Cincione steals it from him. Ahead it comes to Collier, loses the handle, stops, 16-footer from the top, no good. There's Lachey to rebound it and tip it in. He went high to grab it, laid it in from right in front of the rim. 5:13 to go, third quarter. Schottenstein out top to Welsh. Looking for Tucker coming off the screen, instead goes to Callahan. Drives the right baseline, fakes. Goes left corner to Young. Three on the way, no good. Rebound, Callahan gets it and then poked away from him. It'll go out of bounds. Bexley will have it under their basket. Todd Phillips really getting into his guys who had retreated to the Grandview end while they had the basketball. Schottenstein will be knocked away from him on the inbounds by Kyle Casey. Bexley will inbound it on the sideline in front of their bench. It's far side from us. Just under 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Grandview's lead is 13. Young inbounds it to Welsh at the top. Cincione guarding him. Sets some back screens. Tucker has the open look left wing. Good. He came off three different screens set for him and hits the three. 10-point lead for Grandview. Bobcats with the ball. Cincione walks it across the timeline. Drifts to the left on the dribble, goes to the corner to Collier. Baseline, Lachey, back out to Cincione, now to Collier. Long three from the left side, good! Tucker runs it up for Bexley. 4:23 to go, third quarter. Welsh around the screen, gets it all the way to the corner to Schottenstein, fakes the three. Welsh at the top will take the three, no good. Rebound, pulled down by Cincione, who came hard down the lane to grab it. He'll dribble it up himself. Right side, Collier a three from that side this time, and he gets it again. Whoops, I put that on the wrong. We'll fix that. Bexley up within their half court. We've fixed things now. 39-23. Young for Bexley. And we're going to get a foul away from the bucket. And I think it's going to go against Schottenstein, who was working against Kyle Casey. About the third time tonight we've had a foul way away from the ball. This time it goes against Bexley. Young out, Rudolph in for the Lions. Grandview has it up 16. Cincione to the left corner to Collier. He's got the hot hand, a couple of threes in the last two possessions. Lachey pushed out from the block right side into the lane. He comes. Ball knocked away on the pass on the floor. It'll be taken by Bexley, and the foul going to be called on Collier from behind. Bexley will bring it full court. 3.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. That's a second foul on Collier. 3 against Grandview here in the half. Rudolph out top, got him guarded by Traris. Now to Tucker. As Bexley doesn't seem in a hurry. Tucker, Rudolph now left wing outside the arc on the dribble. Goes to Callahan. I think he got kicked. Traris might have got a foot on it. That's funny because in soccer, he's the guy that can use his hands. He was the goalkeeper, but he kicks that one out. Uses his foot a lot too. Actually, both feet a lot, as it turns out. 3:08 to go, third quarter. Bexley inbounds, out top to Rudolph. Now Tucker between the circles. Collier guarding him as they spread out, giving him a chance to drive. Now Schottenstein will come out to set a pick. They'll go in the corner to Welsh. Fakes the three, down the baseline he comes. Up against pressure and lays it up and in. 2:47 to go, third quarter. Grandview with the lead and the ball. Cincione on the dribble. Collier coming off a screen, but stolen away by Tucker. Still in the backcourt, he'll hand to Welsh. He'll bring it up against Cincione. All the way down the lane he comes against Lachey. We're going to get a blocking foul, and that's the right call. As Luke just kept drifting as Welsh went further away from the bucket. He gets it to go, and he'll go to the line to shoot one. Could make it an 11-point lead for Grandview if he gets it, and that was the margin at halftime. 2:28 to go, third quarter. Welsh. Good. Some backcourt pressure now by the Lions. Cincinnati to Collier, ahead to Lachey, and it'll go over his head and out of bounds. Collier just got a little extra oomph on it, and Lachey was turning, didn't get off his feet as quickly as he probably wanted to go out of bounds. Bexley will have it. Chance to cut it, the lead to single digits. Callahan down the right side of the lane. He'll lay it up and good. He got it up and under Lachey. And then we're going to get a timeout called by the Bobcats. The lead cut to 9. We'll take a quick timeout. Be back with more third quarter action right after this. Grandview took the timeout with 2:05 to go here in the third quarter at Bexley High School. Welcome back. Kevin Rao with you tonight. We'll be back on the air on GH Ohio Tuesday night. We'll have the girls game. Hope you can join us then. And then next Saturday we'll have two games. The girls at Academy in the afternoon. Boys at Northmore in the evening. A full day of Bobcats basketball for you. Grandview brings it up inside 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Double high post. Lachey gets it right side. Turns. Now we'll go to Cincinnati in the left wing. Backs it out. Tucker on him. To Lachey right wing. Callahan not all the way on top of him. We'll go right corner to Collier. In the lane, Cincinnati driving. We're going to get Tucker coming over to guard him, and I think called for the foul as he tried to poke it away from behind. 4-team foul against Bexley here in the half. Grandview with 3. Second foul against Tucker. Collier will toss it in. To the corner to Casey, out top, Treras. Cincinnati. Left corner now, Collier. Right block, Lachey will go up against pressure from Callahan, and a roll around and fall through. Again, we're back to the margin we were at halftime with 1:20 to go, third quarter. Welsh, left wing off a screen from Callahan all the way down the right side of the lane. Puts it up, and Lachey knocks it out of his hand. To Casey, back to Lachey. Luke will run it up. Hit by Welsh, no call in the backcourt. Luke's pretty strong, though. Did not lose control of the basketball now. Cincinnati will set it up. 1 minute to go, and then we'll get a foul out front by Welsh, who finally got caught a little bit in this possession. He was banging around all the way from the backcourt. This time it's called against Welsh guarding Cincinnati, his third. Inbounds will go into the backcourt. Cincinnati, Tucker into the backcourt to get him. 55 seconds to go, third quarter. Cincinnati, Collier, back to Cincinnati, way out right side. Lachey sets the screen, he goes the other way into the corner to Treras. Back to Cincinnati, 43 seconds. Screen from Lachey down the left side. Left corner, Casey, cross court to the wing to Treras. He'll drive it down, spins, passes behind to Collier. He'll come all the way down the right baseline, up and in off the board. 26 seconds to go, third quarter. Grandview's lead is 13. Bexley going to back it out, looks for the last shot of the quarter. We'll see if they'll be that patient. Tucker, Right wing gets the screen, drives down the baseline, kicks it to the opposite corner. 3 on the way, good. Rudolph with the 3. 10-point lead. Grandview quickly down. 3 seconds in the lane. Cincione throws it up with the left hand and gets it to go as time runs out. He was trying to draw the foul. He fell out of bounds. Threw it up with the left hand from the left side, high off the board. Spun it through, had the right English, and Grandview will take a little bit of a break here at the end of the third quarter to sit down and talk over things with future Hall of Famer Ray Corbett. Bexley regroups on the far end of the gym. We've got a quarter to play. Ought to be a good one. We hope you'll come back. We'll take a breather and step out for just a moment. Welcome back to Bexley High School. Kevin Rao with you tonight. Glad you're alongside on GHOhio.com. Say a special hello to, well, being selfish a little bit, to my oldest, Alex Rao, former Bobcat basketballer out in Los Angeles, enjoying a day at the beach, but got us on his phone out there. So, hey, Alex. Bexley will have it, trailing by 12. They get it on the arrow to start things in the half court. Welsh out top. Screen from Schottenstein, drives down the right baseline, puts it up, and Cincione going to be called for the foul. He then helps Welsh up as he went crashing to the floor. Welsh will go to the line to shoot a couple. 4-team foul against the Bobcats. Both teams now with 4-team fouls. Cincione second, and Welsh to the line to shoot a couple. First one up, falls through, bounce around a little bit. And cut it to a 10-point lead with the second. And he makes this one right through the middle. Full court pressure put on, a little 2-1-2. Lachey and Cincione in the backcourt. Cincione dribbles through, gives it to Lachey, he'll bring it across. All the way to the wing, now turns and passes to Cincione out top. Double high post, Lachey and Manny Day, who's back in there playing with 3 fouls. Day around a couple of screens to Treras, left corner, 3 on the way, no good. High off the rim, Tucker will get the rebound, and luckily they didn't call the foul on Treras, who banged into him a little bit. Bexley with it, Schottenstein, 3 from the left wing, no good. Lachey pulls it down, he'll run it up himself. Left side to Day. Day stops at the wing, passes out top to Treras, now to Cincione right side. He'll signal traffic ahead of him and then back it out on the dribble toward the timeline. Cordell guarding him. And they try to get it into Day, stolen away by Welsh. All the way down the floor, stops, puts it up with the left hand and scores. Ill-advised pass, trying to feed the high post that time, as he was double teamed. 8-point lead for Grandview. Closest it's been in this second half. Cincione behind the back dribble, splits a double team, somehow keeps the dribble. So it was hit out in front of him, but he got it before anybody else got there. Grandview in the half court now. Cordell guarding Cincione. Again, the double high post. Drifts to the left wing. To Treras out top. Turns, faces. Welsh steals it away from him. Just poked it away. All the way down the right side. He'll put it up against pressure and lay it in. Welsh putting his team on his back right at the moment. Cuts it to 6. Grandview just very sloppy passing. Day beats the press. To Lachey coming down the right side. Lays it up and in. Good no call as Schottenstein went to the floor, but he went around it. So Grandview back out to 8. Needed a bucket and got it as Lachey took it from the right side. Welsh drifts to the left on the dribble. Hands to Tucker. We're going to get a timeout called by Bexley. We will take that timeout as they want to talk things over. Down by 8, but with the basketball. Fourth quarter action. We got a bunch of it left. Stay right here. Timeout called by Bexley. They have the ball trailing by 8. This fourth quarter, Anthony Welsh, the senior point guard, putting him on his back. Couple of steals, 3 buckets in a row for the Lions. He's a hard-nosed player. Spends a lot of time on the floor. In fact, went out banged up a little bit in the first half, but came back and has come back in the second half with authority. He'll get it in the backcourt after the timeout. Dribble across the line. Aaron Cincione guarding him. Tucker now outside the arc, right side. Working against Day. Want to get to Callahan, but Lachey pushes him away from the block. Tucker spins in the lane. His shot blocked by both Lachey and Day. Looked like a weird pool shot there. As Lachey hit it first, and then Day knocked it out of bounds. Tucker, only 5'8", working against those two guys. He'll get it in the right corner. Turns, fakes the 3 with Day quickly out on him. Drives down the baseline. Poked away from him. Ahead it comes. Cincione driving down right side. Stops, double team, knocked away from him. It'll hit the line and go out of bounds as Schottenstein tried to get it. But Grandview will have it in their end of the court on the far, well, almost in the corner. Collier to Lachey. Collier will run and get it. Goes left side. Cincione now Traris in the corner. Out top to Lachey. Back to Traris. Fakes the 3 down the baseline. He comes. Puts it up against some pressure. No good, but Manny Day lays it in from the backside. Nice putback. 10-point lead. 4:45 to go in this fourth quarter. Welsh to Callahan. Hands behind to Welsh. Left wing. He'll dribble back to the top all the way around to the right. To Callahan at the top. Fakes the 3. We're going to get a foul away from the ball again. And it's going to go against Traris, who was working against Schottenstein in the lane. I didn't see it, but it was away from the basketball. 6th foul against the Bobcats, so Bexley will be in the 1-and-1 after this. Welsh throwing it in from under his bucket. Tucker around the screen. Left corner 3-pointer in and out, and there's Lachey for the rebound. That was halfway down and circled and came out. Grandview with the basketball. Cincione, Tucker on him now. Out top, Collier. Welsh on him. Traris down to Lachey. Right baseline goes up against Callahan, and Callahan called for the foul. He immediately went to the referee arguing the call, but not enough to cause any trouble. He was not happy about it. Lachey will go to the line to shoot a couple for the Bobcats. Try to add to this 10-point lead. First one up short, off the front of the rim. 4:13 to go, fourth quarter here at Bexley. Again, Bexley won the first meeting 49-29, and obviously Grandview's already scored 49 in this one. Next shot in and out. Schottenstein the rebound. Ahead it comes to Tucker. Runs it up the near sideline. To the wing, hands behind to Welsh. Cincione guarding on him. He'll dish it to the corner to Tucker. He drives to the lane, stops, out front, ball poked away. Lachey will grab it. He'll come down and slam it home. He measured his steps. We knew what was going to happen, and he slammed it home, and Grandview back out to 12. Welsh drives the left baseline. He's going to be fouled on his way to the hoop, and he'll go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. I think that's going to go against Traris. Little reach, and Welsh is pretty good about drawing contact. Did a good job there. And again, he'll go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. And Traris, let's see what foul that was for him, so I haven't put it on the board. Traris knows he's coming out, or we think he's coming out. He came all the way over to the scorer's table where he stands for the first free throw. Welsh, up and good. He'll earn the second. So we're at that magic 11-point margin for Grandview they had at the half. 3:43 to go, fourth quarter. Next one up and good. Again, some pressure in the backcourt as Cincione will dribble it up. Goes cross-court in the backcourt to Lachey. Back to Cincione, almost too tall. He'll circle, bring it across the timeline. Gets it to Lachey. Lachey will hold, nobody on him, and now go to Collier. Collier down the left baseline. And we're going to get a blocking foul on Welsh. And I'll tell you, Collier is such a smart player. He knew he had his shoulder around him enough that if Welsh tried to draw the foul, he was going to get the block. That's exactly what happened, and Welsh now having to play with 4 fouls. Let's see if he'll come out for a little bit. He will, and that's a big advantage for Grandview because Welsh has played very well in this ballgame. And that's the 6th team foul against Bexley, so Grandview will be going to the line on the 1-on-1 after this. 3:25 to go, 4th quarter. Grandview the ball in the 10-point lead. Got a little bit of moisture out there. Get a towel. We've fixed it up now. Collier will toss it in from the left side of the backboard. And again, we're trying to get some moisture up there. Now we're ready to go. Grandview spread 4 across the baseline. Collier will throw it in. And it'll be poked away from him by Callahan as he tried to move to the corner. Grandview will inbound it just a little further out in the baseline. Collier still looking. He'll go at the top near the timeline as Cincione sprinted away from traffic. Aaron on the dribble. Day, outside left wing, gets a screen, goes to the corner. Knocked away from him by Callahan. I'll tell you what, he's good at acting a little bit. He tried to make it look like he had knocked it off the knee of Day. He did not, but he sprinted toward the other end. He's just a basketball guy. Collier will go out to the timeline to Lachey on the inbound. Now Cincione between the circles, guarded by Cordell. Cordell reaches in, no call. And we're going to get a timeout called by Grandview. 3:04 to go in regulation. Grandview leads it by 10 here at Bexley. Grandview called the quick timeout. I think Coach Corbett was concerned that there might be a 5-second call as Cincione was dribbling around the perimeter. So he got the timeout. Clock hits 3 minutes to go in this 4th quarter. Welsh back in there for Bexley. Cincione on the dribble. Finds Day left corner, back out to Cincione at the top. Traris coming off the screen, can't get it to him left side. Cincione will drive down the lane. Now retreat, go to Manny Day. Day working against Young, who's in there now. He'll go up strong, and he had the height advantage and lays it in. Young only 5'8", guarding the 6'3" Manny Day. Tucker, long three is blocked at the top by Collier. No, it's Day. Day will get it. He'll drive it all the way down and lay it in. Manny Day jumped out of the screen, blocked the shot from Tucker at the top, took it all the way down and lays it in. Big 4-point scoring by Grandview. We're going to get a foul as Cincione is going to be called for it. As coming down the lane was Callahan. And they're going to say it was before the shot attempt, so it'll be a 1-and-1. Rudolph into the lineup replaces Young, trying to get a little bit more height in there as Rudolph is 5'10" instead of 5'8", as Day just absolutely took advantage of that a couple of possessions ago. Callahan to the line, first one up, and no good, and Lachey will grab it. So Grandview has it with 2:07 to go, up by 14. And they won't be in a hurry. Collier out top. Lachey went to set a screen, he passes, and we're going to get a foul called on Grandview on a screen. Apparently, I think that might, well, Traer's his 4th, but it's an offensive foul, so no shots on this one. But the 19th foul against Grandview, so the double bonus coming up for Bexley after this. Lions with the basketball, trailing by 14, a minute 50. Callahan sets the screen for Tucker. Tucker on the dribble. Welsh fakes the long three, drives in, kicks back to Tucker. Day out there. So Tucker does not take the three, drives in, spins in the lane. Shot up off the board and good. He couldn't get the three, so instead he took the drive. a quick 30-second timeout, so we will keep it right here. And Grandview has really played well tonight here at Bexley, a hostile environment. We got a big crowd here tonight. And I want to tell you, we're looking up very quickly for you. Our next broadcast will be this Tuesday as the girls host Olentangy. Hope you can join us then. That'll, again, a home game that we'll have. It'll be an audio broadcast for you. And the next Saturday at noon, the girls take on Academy. That's February 2nd, Groundhog Day. Girls will play at Academy. That game starts at noon. And then an evening game as the boys go to Northmore to play. So we'll have a lot of basketball for you. I hope you can join us. So Grandview will bring it to length of the court, a minute 36 to go. Collier gets it back to Cincione. He'll run it up. Still in the backcourt. Ahead it comes to Day. Day cross court. Collier to the top to Cincione, and he is fouled by Callahan. They know each other a little bit. You can tell just by the way they were talking. Cincione said, look, I was just trying to throw it up toward the rim, maybe get 2 shots. Instead, it will be a 1-and-1 with a minute 26. Callahan's a really good basketball player, and he's having fun during the game. Cincione doesn't waste any time, takes one dribble and tosses it in. He'll earn the second one. Minute 26 on the board. Second one coming. Again, shoots it quickly and nails it. Welsh will bring it up. Hands to Tucker. Minute 20. Tucker screen at the top. Starts down the lane. Day on him to the corner. Schottenstein will take the 3 from there. In and out. Rebound to Lachey. Poked away from him. He gets it back. And then the foul will go against Tucker. And Lachey will come up to shoot the 1-and-1. Time stops at 1:10 to go in this fourth quarter. Been a good one tonight. Glad you're alongside on GHOhio.com. Again, we'll be back at it next Tuesday night. The girls host Olentangy at Bobcat Gymnasium. And we're going to get 5 players in for Bexley. Looks like they've conceded here with a minute 10 to go. 14-point lead. Into the ball game, Wagenbrenner, Bell, Isaiah Drury, Aaron Young back in there. He's seen a lot of action tonight. And we said Wagenbrenner's been in there too. Lachey's first free throw good. He'll get another one. Grandview, what a game they put together here tonight. Both ends of the floor. Lachey will have another one. This one good. Got them both. Grandview get a couple of guys. Darion Davis in. Glenn Cribbs in. Lachey and Traris will sit out. And also coming into the ball game will be Grant Culbertson, the sophomore. And he will replace Manny Day. Johnny Herlihy off the bench. He will come and get Aaron Cincione. Boy, he has made such a difference since he has been back. A true point guard, and he is fearless. Absolutely fearless. What a performance tonight by all those guys that just came out of the lineup. A couple more that are still out there. So Bexley with the basketball. Drury, the shot, no good. Underneath the rebound, up, no good. In the lane, Bexley the rebound. Kick it out. Young will take the 3. Good. With 48 seconds to go. No pressure in the backcourt. Collier, who's still in there, will bring it up. 38 seconds as he crosses the timeline. Young out on him. Collier on the dribble. Will dribble, look cross court and goes to Cribbs, left corner. Cribbs, cross court to the right wing, now to the corner to Davis. Davis to Collier's. Grandview just killing the clock now. 18 seconds. Big win for the Bobcats tonight. We'll put them at 3-3 in the league. 9-5 overall, and they're right in the hunt for that MSL title. 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, 1, and Grandview will win it tonight. 59-46 on the road at Bexley. They return the favor after having lost at home to this same Bexley Lions squad back on December 14th. Well, that will do it for us tonight, as Grandview, a big win on the road. It is not easy in the MSL Ohio to get the win on the road, and they really dominated on both ends of the floor tonight. So that will do it. Again, our final score here at Bexley, it was Grandview 58, the Bexley Lions 45. For my statistician tonight, Jerry Robbins, I'm Kevin Rao. Good night, everyone.